Hey everybody.
Welcome to the top things to do in Vegas.
We gotta tell you, we've stayed at other 5-star places as well in Vegas. These are our favorites. Tell you about the top 5 hotels in Vegas.
Jeremy's been to a lot more hotels than I have, but all of these we have both been to. Now we have a standard for hotels. We're not just talking about any hotel. We're talking exclusively about 5-star hotels here on the Strip, where you have access to everything, where you don't have to take a Uber, take a taxi to get right to the center of the action. You're right here.
The top 5, counting down.
Number 5 is the NOMAD. A lot of people don't actually know about the NOMAD, but it is one of our favorite experiences here. Mm-hmm. You go in to the MGM and you have to find a secret way and
It's the Park MGM.
Yeah, the Park MGM. And at first you don't even know where you're going, and it's like, where am I even trying to get to? It's kind of confusing because it's within the bigger hotel. But what we love is that this one's non-smoking. There's no casino within it. It has a really awesome bar and dining area that's books on the side, and it's a really immersive experience.
Mm-hmm. The bar restaurant is really nice. It's like a double-decker library, something you'd see in Europe, and the NOMAD itself is actually attached to Park MGM, so you can walk over to Park MGM, and then Italy and a bunch of other stuff is right there. But the hotel layout is like that of Europe, so you've got very partitioned bathrooms. You've got a toilet by itself and a door, and then you've got the sink in it, a little foyer, transitional area. And the framing and the decorations, all of it really speak of staying in England, and so that's why Allie loves this one. It is really nice, but it's kind of hidden, so it was really hard to actually find this one. Even coming to Vegas so many different times, this is something I hadn't stayed at forever.
And the one thing that I thought was the best about this room was the bathtub. The bathtub is actually on feet, and it's in the main bedroom, which I thought was just so cool. It's such a unique thing that usually doesn't happen. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else in Vegas, where the bathtub is actually next to the bed, but it's very European, and the place reminded me a lot of Paris as well, and so it brought back a lot of good memories. The one thing that was a little bit odd is it was very dark in the hallway. And so if you have any problems with your sight, it's I can't imagine how some people would navigate it, because you feel like it's you want to turn on your flashlight just to get around.
Yeah, and the quaintness of each room was very tucked away. So we'll show you some footage from the NOMAD so you can see it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to take you on a quick tour because this place is really cool. I lived in England and the south of France for a while, and this place totally reminds me of Europe. If you love kind of Harry Potter vibes or old world vibes, this is actually so fun. Oh my gosh, what happened? Well, this is Jeremy in his natural habitat. I wasn't expecting that. No, I actually was. I was expecting that. He is in vacation mode.
Okay, so number 4 is the ARIA. We love the ARIA. That's actually the first place we stayed when we came to Vegas together for the first time. I love the energy. It's fresh, it's young, it's clean. There's a lot of excitement going on there, and I would say it's a bit more of a party crowd than, for sure, the NOMAD and some of the other places that we are going to mention on this list.
Now the ARIA is huge. It's attached to the Vidara. You can walk across the little transitional drive-through space out there, so they're connected in some way. It's also connected to a bunch of shops, the Forum shops, and so there's lots of restaurants and really high-end shopping But the ARIA itself has some really fun restaurants. They also have like a really cool burger joint in Javier's. The rooms are nice and it's really connected, so you feel like you have everything. You don't have to go anywhere, which I really like.
One of the things I also really love is the pressed juicery there. We go there quite often, and I really like to be able to just wake up in the morning, get a juice, that kind of thing. The room, I would say it's a great room, but it's not anything that's like super special for just your standard room. It's beautiful, it's great, it's what you would expect from a 5-star, but there's not like anything that really stands out as like, oh, that's the feature that defines the ARIA.
But, you know, it made our list, and so top 4 is ARIA. We really enjoy that hotel. Okay, number 3 is the WYNN. We enjoy the WYNN a lot. It's also connected to the Encore. The WYNN itself is from Steve Wynn. He built the Bellagio and a bunch of others on the Strip, and so he's got his mark in the WYNN. Every single thing in there, it was just hand-picked. The floors are so beautiful. They're like mosaics, and then there's flowers everywhere. Everything's really bright and airy and spacious.
The thing that most people recognize as being associated with the WYNN is their foyer, which has a merry-go-round made of fake flowers, and it's really, really beautiful. There's these trees that are in the foyer that are decorated with lights and decorated all over the place. There's even a hot air balloon made of fake flowers, but it's just such a dramatic entrance, and it's really, really beautiful, and it really gives the vibe of what the WYNN is. There's a bit more of like a whimsical feel to it, a bit more gardeny, which is probably why they named one of their most famous restaurants Jardine.
Yeah, and Mizumi's there. There's a Michelin star restaurant, Wingley, and a brand new restaurant there, Elio, so good. And the rooms are really big, and so you get to enjoy really wide open spaces in a normal standard room, and you can ask and request to be on the top 60th floor, and they'll give that to you if it's available, which is fun.
The one thing that is not my favorite about the WYNN rooms, and now I'm gonna sound really particular because I'm like, the NOMAD, the hallways are too dark. The WYNN, the rooms are actually really bright. And everything is just kind of a white, beige, off-white color when you go into the room, which is beautiful. There's some statement artwork, there's some gold in the curtains, but for me, I just like a little bit more cozy in the colors. But again, it fits very much with the WYNN standard. Very whimsical, very bright.
But the cool thing about the WYNN is they have the controls for the blinds, so you can hit the button at the door and it closes everything, opens everything, and that's really fun. You can control the room with an iPad, which I really like.
For desperate measures. We've got a salad to go, but they didn't include any utensils. So we're using the ice grabber. You know, you gotta go with the floater.
Number 2 is the Palazzo.
It's also connected to the Venetian, so we're gonna put these two together. We are actually in the Venetian right now. And they're connected properties, and so you walk through, you know, a transitional space to get to the other, and they're very similar. They are different, but they're very similar. The rooms are suites right out the gate, so you get a suite. And the fun thing about these suites is like the Venetian suites and the Palazzo suites, most of them are double-decker, so there's a second floor you walk to, and you feel like you're just in a huge room. You're like, I actually could live in this room.
Yeah, and I really actually like the bathtub too. They have really nice big bathtubs that are really nice to soak in, and the colors I like a lot more. I also love the Venetian vibes. Like, I love Venice. So coming here, you see all these little details that really remind you of Venice itself, and you see little blown glass, you see different things that, the pictures on the walls of the canals, and everything down to the foyer when you first come in, the check-in area.
It's Dojo's Palace.
It's modeled right after Venice itself. The very floor, I have some pictures we put on Instagram. The floor here matches the floor of this palace in Venice itself. And so you're walking around, and we went on a gondola in Venice, and so seeing them go through the water here, it's just such a treat, and it brings a lot of good memories to mind.
So if you go up, you can go into the shops. If you go down, you can go around in the shops. So it's really fun. There's a lot of cool, fun places here, like Emerald Lagasse Sports, like Coliseum Bar, where he feeds you food and you get to watch football. And then there's the fun different stores that Allie likes to check out, and all the art.
The art is beautiful.
Tao is here. It's really nice. And so you could stay on this property for quite some time.
Yeah, it definitely has the most expansive feel, I would say. The property, you just feel like you're in a different experience. At the Wynn, you're walking around and it's beautiful and there's shops, but you still feel like you're in a hotel. Here, you're like, where am I? Because there's a fake sky on the ceiling and you're like, is it daytime or nighttime right now? I don't know. And there's just canals and you're walking over the bridge. You can just get lost in here, and all the gelato.
Okay friends, so we are here at the Venetian, and originally we were supposed to stay at the Palazzo, but is here and we are being adaptable, so we came to the Venetian, which is joined to the Palazzo, and we get to the front desk and they're like, do you want a suite? And we were like, is that really a question? So they offered this to us. I don't know if it's because we come here all the time. I don't know why, but they gave us this suite, and they gave us like a free gift card for $50 and free breakfast every day, so we're working it. This is really, really awesome. We feel really fortunate, so we're gonna go check it out. It does remind me so much of Venice in here, honestly. Beautiful view. We have the new hotel coming in over there.
Okay.
Number one now, Encore.
Oh, we
Encore.
love the Encore.
This one's actually connected to the WYNN, so they're the same property, and so you have to actually book for the Encore, but it's brand new and it is something. It's really special.
I love, just from the moment you walk in, it just feels comfortable, it just feels clean, fresh, like really new. I am the kind of person that I don't really like things that are older or feel like they're worn or feel like they're not absolutely fresh and full of life and energy. And so the Encore is really that place. I feel like the other great thing about the WYNN and the Encore are that they're kind of at the end of the strip. And so it's a lot quieter, a little bit of an older crowd, but we actually prefer that, I think. We're not super rowdy people. We don't like to go out and go drinking and things like that. And so we really love the sophistication and the subtle elegance that's there at the Encore.
Yes, and the manicured gardens that are outside, and the pools, they're all so special. Even the bar and the little cafes and just the transitional spaces, they're really, really nice. And that's our number one pick. We got to tell you, we've stayed at other 5-star places as well in Vegas, and they didn't make the list. And so it doesn't mean that they're not as good. It's just our preference.
Right.
This is our preference list. We've stayed at the Trump, the Waldorf. We've stayed at the Vidara. We've stayed the Cosmo. There's some others as well, and these are our favorites.
If you would like to learn more, do hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be continuing with more videos on Vegas as well as world travels. We've been to over 50 countries between us, and we're really excited to be launching this new YouTube channel where we're going to be sharing a lot of different information with you. So if you love to travel in the US or abroad, I encourage you, click that subscribe button, because we're going to be sharing a lot of insider tips coming up.
And smash that like button if you like this video.